Hey guys, Giant Judoka here, back with another video. Today I want to do a video about something I've been actually thinking about quite a lot. People always talk about what it is to be a white belt, to be a blue belt, but I think being a purple belt is a little more nuanced than what people give credit for. So when you are promoted to a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, one of the basic things that you need to be able to do is to be able to do one or two things at a black belt level. And for me, that was takedowns. But that's it. That's the only black belt move you know. Um, and then because you started experimenting with different techniques at Blue, you start developing your game. So for me, there are two parts of my game that I started developing outside of judo, and that was being a sit down butterfly guard and working into single leg X guard, back takes, leg locks, stuff like that. And then half guard, the whole half guard his system, octopus guard, lockdown, electric chair, deep half, all that kind of stuff. And so the first year I was purple, I didn't really train hard. I just drilled and drilled and drilled and drilled. I looked at techniques. I saw what I liked, I didn't like, and just kept drilling and drilling and drilling. And then this year I started to actually push the pace. So one of the biggest things you learn about purple belt as compared to like white and blue is that quantity of training sessions and intensity of training sessions are not going to make you always the best. If it's like with like browns and blacks, yes. But those roles are more cerebral than people realize, even if they are physical. You're having to adjust to micro movements. You're having to think ahead while you have a 250 black belt on top of you. And so when you're a purple belt and you're starting to be more confident in yourself, you start rolling with browns and blacks, and whites and blues are a lot easier to manage. But when you go with browns and blacks, you're sort of pushing them. You're pushing them and showing what you can do. And then because they're browns and blacks, they are able to sort of respond in kind. But the thing is, the transition between purple to brown, I feel it's not about just knowing the techniques or being a good example to the community. It's sort of like you have to start understanding it more, right? It's not so much about the techniques. It's an understanding, it's a concept, it's an idea of jiu-jitsu and the higher levels of it. And obviously once you get to brown and black, that you just start beginning again. But purple belt is where you start thinking about the big picture. The big picture. Why do you do what you do? But at the same time, knowing the individual steps you need to take to be successful. Um, in white belt, you're just blasting through everything. But in purple belt, you're actually thinking. Purple belt, brown, black, when you're competing at that level, you have to think about, this is not just a smashing game. And it's not a smashing game. It's a game, and that you have to beat someone. Obviously there's a lot of aspects of jiu-jitsu that are applicable for self-defense. But you have to see this whole idea of jiu-jitsu as a game. You have to understand it more. And, whether you're purple belt for 2 years or 10 years, and even if you're consistent, right? What matters to me, whenever I am promoted, is not that I have all these techniques is that I sort of understand the mindset of what it's like to play the game. So if you're a purple belt and you're struggling, and the first thing you need to do, you need to be drilling and flow rolling a lot. You need to figure out what techniques work, and then you need to pressure test them. You need to compete and pressure test them. And then as you just keep trying new things, you'll start seeing the nuances come up. You'll see the little things that you didn't thought you could see, and that will get you to the next level. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I hope you liked it. I want to make more jiu-jitsu content like this where I'm just talking about it. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.